we are again, my friends. It's Torchlit Tavern time. We're on it again. Set your clocks back to a random time. Mess up your whole weekly schedule. I am Jameson Oxford, your Dungeon Master. Today, we have a very special episode. We've decided to celebrate another silly holiday that we shouldn't be making a whole episode for. It's Father's Day. Or, as we say in the land of Shar,
Father's Day, baby.
Yeah, the Dirkites win again. I know how much everyone loves them. My name is Jameson Oxford. This is Torchlit Tavern. We are Real Play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. We play 5th edition. We focus on narrative-driven storytelling. And today, we have another special guest for the holidays. I'm going to start off with Gracie.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Introduce yourself
Welcome
to us and the audience. Gracie is one of our Patreon subscribers and a friend of the show.
Hi, I'm Gracie. I play D&D, as all expected from being here. And somehow I got onto this show with these nerds.
Sorry about it.
She makes bad decisions.
Sucks
The
to
minimum
suck,
requirement
dude.
for Torchlit cast.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna fit right in. We'll get to know you a little bit more as we go. For now, we are also playing, as always, with Ryan Santos.
Wait,
Hi.
who is she playing?
Back
We'll
again.
come back to that.
We're coming back to it. Hi.
Wait, it's
It's
fine, I'll
me.
get that.
It's Ryan. Nice to see. Nice for you to hear me. I don't know.
Yeah, none of that worked.
Yeah, no. Moving on.
Also playing with us, Jeffrey Lisk.
Hey, it's Jeff once again returning to play games with these fine fellows and our special guest.
We love special.
We love special guests. So we shall see where this takes us, Tavern Goers.
And last and certainly least, Mitchell Travis.
It is I, Mitchell Travis, the podcast dad in the podcast, playing a dad in the podcast dadcast. Bear with me. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I may not actually be able to do this podcast because I didn't tell anyone earlier today, but I've been feeling under the weather, which everyone knows. But last night, I looked at the groceries in the trunk, and it was definitely more than one trip. And I decided to take more than one trip.
Oh no.
Oh.
God, stop the show. No, jokes
Are
aside.
you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
So
What
if my
kind of
energy
dad
is
are
low,
you?
I just need you to understand it's rough.
He's
Listen,
dying.
I've got the dad flu.
I didn't even think that was possible.
I am dying.
Not only that, but he's snowballing because once you don't bring all the groceries in one trip, you become cursed. There's nothing, like, he's gonna have to fix that.
You know, it's common knowledge that if you cannot get all the groceries in one trip, the groceries that are left have to go back.
They have to go back to the store. That's what
Yeah.
you do.
You didn't put him in the
Yeah,
fridge,
no,
did you?
it's been a rough weekend, guys. I can't wait to play with Gracie, though. It's going to be a real hoot.
Fuck.
God
Wow.
damn it.
That one just flew out if you didn't.
Okay, so with that, I guess we'll go ahead and...
It's been roosting up there in the old barn for a while.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give us our little intro,
Just
and
let that pun sink
then...
its talons in.
Fuck. Stop dropping these pellets
God damn it.
to dig in to this
Nice.
episode. Let's just start, Jay. I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, dad jokes are live, ladies and gentlemen, so you can turn off now. This is a Father's Day episode. I couldn't put the lid on the box. They kicked it off. They broke the lid. They hid the lock from me. Dad jokes are wild and live and unstoppable, and you should just skip this episode. Just do it.
And if those jokes didn't make sense to you, it's because you don't listen to the chat. You're not on the Patreon.
Listen
You're
to
missing
chat.
that valuable frame of reference. But because we do love you, once you hear the introduction,
Yes.
if you roll back, it'll all make sense.
It'll all add up.
Yeah, if you really want to get the most from Mitch, listen for like 5 minutes forward and then go back and re-listen to this again. That's how we recommend you listen to the full experience on Torchlit Tavern. That's how you do it properly.
Look, if they're not listening to the chat, that's not my fault.
Listen, just take this whole episode and do it in media ray. Start somewhere in the middle and then go back to the beginning.
I actually have a fun fact about corgis that I think
Yes.
is good.
Right, hit the ding.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love that.
Okay, so corgis have this little bit of white around their neck, and it's called fairy saddles because traditionally in Welsh folk tales, fairies would ride corgis into battle.
Fuck yeah.
Atticus, however, has none because he cannot be tamed.
Makes
Fucking
sense.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Stop
She
it.
had
You're
one,
gonna
but-
you're gonna make Ryan learn about Shia that he's not supposed to know about yet.
You mean all the Sharian corgis?
All the Sharian corgis. The deep lore, my friend. The deep lore.
The deep lore.
So you guys, your characters, have been brought together. You recently met up at a local tavern, and you are on the final stretch of your journey to a wizard's tower. A wizard has sent missives to all 4 of you, 5 if you count your friend the Drake, I believe. You guys are on your way to this wizard's tower because he has sent you messages, and he has cryptically said that you guys are uniquely suited to helping him with his issue. But basically you were told that you'd be house-sitting his tower out in the woods. So this story starts with a cliche. Deep in the woods, there was a tower. A wizard's tower. Mighty and tall. Hidden amongst the trees and ancient stones of the land of Findor. North of the arcane lands of Brunei. Findor is an old land. It avoided much of the chaos brought about by the catastrophe, as well as the changing Dungeons and Dragons additions and whims. Which is a long way of saying that the toxic old school Dungeons and Dragons fans, they'd love Findor. It's very, very Lord of the Rings. But now, the boulders have grown over with loam and moss, and the tower itself has toppled across them from some previous titanic attack. The structure itself has somehow maintained its shape despite the odds through magic, or perhaps the stones of the tower themselves have absorbed the stubbornness of their wizard master. The base of the tower is strewn with rubble, and the top of the tower rests fully on its back atop the higher resting point of 2 large chunks of green rock. And yet, the front entry and doorway at its base sits pristine, as if unaware of the tower's current state. Your journey has been uneventful through the quiet glades of the Findoran forests, but the journey has been long, and you are happy to be out of the local damp weather. So as you guys arrive to this scene, go ahead and introduce your character.
Sorry, but real quick, the tower's a dick, isn't it?
Yes.
Fantastic. It's a dick tower.
I remember Gracie really appreciating my vagina dungeon for Mother's Day so long ago, and I thought that since she was on the show, I would give the mirror, which is the Dick Tower, and I will be posting the art that I have drawn for Dick Tower to our Twitter later.
It's hung.
I truly cannot wait to dig into this rock fort.
This looks like it's gonna be hard, guys.
Rock fort is cheese.
No more cheese puns.
Fantastic. Love it.
Oh god, are we gonna have to
Love
clean
it.
it?
If it's got cheese on it.
Please clean it.
From under.
Dick cheese.
I'm not going from under this thing. Anyways,
So I think it's safe to say I take point because I'm the ranger of the party.
oh yeah,
I'm the
you're
ranger
the
of the party.
ranger.
And
You're the ranger
my
of the party.
favorite terrain is woods. What's your favorite terrain?
Swamp.
Are
See?
you both
Not in the
rangers?
Yes.
I've got a level in ranger.
Oh, okay.
I've got 3.
Well, since Mitch spoke up first with what class levels he has, should we start with him?
Yeah, obviously I'm taking point. Also, I know where my buddy Freddy lives. So I'm just going to my homie's house. He said he needed help. He called me on my phone, and I never let my buddy down. He's always got my back. Always helps me with the kid when I need help. So I'm gonna get him good. I'm a good dad. Derek Phenomen. Derek is an average build guy, somewhat tall, so like 5'11", not like 5'7", 5'8". And
Yeah, that's normal. It's normal height.
he's a taller gentleman. He's a bit overweight. He's wearing pretty unassuming normal garb, with the exception of a very old, beat-up jerkin. He's got minimal kit on him because he's just going to his buddy's house, but no ranger worth their salt would be anywhere without their dagger, and no dad worth his bod would go anywhere without his shoulder bag and his waist satchel. Because you never know when you're going to need the things a dad carries.
You know, I'm perfectly okay with this character as long as you're never taking that jerkin off.
And because of that, Gracie, you're next.
It's wonderful that you think I'm going to be better than them.
I don't expect.
Destroy
Or
him,
somehow
Gracie.
more
Try
polite.
to be yourself, but you're one of us.
Curdle his expectations.
Why? Guys, the cheese puns make no sense here.
It's Sire's Day, Jay. If we're not going to make cheesy puns, then why are we here?
Ah, fuck. Now they're canon.
Now you can't edit all that out.
Well, I am playing Bubo Stragarides Nuts. Sorry, I just had to.
Guys, I'm so lost. I am
Hell
dying.
yeah.
I am dead.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck, that came out of nowhere.
But in all seriousness,
Fucking
his
winning.
name is Bubo Stragarides. He is
Why would you start being serious now? Why?
I can hold it together for a little bit. I can't guarantee
Okay.
how long.
I'll do my
Me
best
too.
as well.
Ask my spouse. Like 2 minutes.
I've done planks. 1 minute is a very long time.
Thank you. You hear that, ladies? It's hard.
Continue.
I saw the tower. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
Well, he is a Owlin wizard. Very nerdy-looking guy. Very tall, but you wouldn't be able to tell with how he hunches over. I'd say closest approximation to his species would probably be a horned owl. Got those little ears and bright yellow eyes, and very curious about the world, but very awkward in how he interacts with it.
He sounds pretty great.
That's very on point for horned owls.
Very,
Nice.
very great.
Nicely done, Jay.
It's very Al from Winnie the Pooh vibes.
And I'm
Hell
sure
yeah.
we might be able to get to the horned part. Also, he may spontaneously become southern, but that's just me. By the way,
We
is
don't-
everyone here aware of the whole bless your heart situation?
No.
It doesn't mean that.
Wait, that means fuck you, right? Yeah, I speak English.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Just wondering if I could get by.
Who's next?
You.
Oh, it's me. Yeah. I will be joining you as the only returning character. As Jay described last time you saw them, Bog Witch Zilnot. Tall as a tree, thin as a rail, covered in rags and scale mail, black mucky and absolutely haunting is Zilnot. With them is their companion, the small drake, who has yet to be officially named.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's a name you couldn't pronounce.
It's Aubrey.
If we level Jeff's character up, will he evolve from a haunting into a Gengar?
Because it's Drake.
Fuck. That's a fucking good joke that not everybody's gonna get.
That only people that fucking like Drake will get.
Yeah, that explains why I don't get it. So, great. Hey, Mitch pointed out something when you said you were going to play Zilnot, and I just want to shout out Jeff's ability to follow directions to the letter. When I told him to make a character for Mother's Day, I said, hey, make new characters, make them a one-off character that we don't need to bring back. And he brought it back here, obviously demonstrating that he's not capable of such things.
Incapable.
Yeah.
Every character I make's iconic.
Me
and Ryan both.
I need to TPK these parties
Please
every
do.
time so that I can stop this from happening.
Jeffrey,
Exactly.
can you give us just a little bit of the wonderful Zilnot voice?
I have come to solve your problem.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
On that note, Ryan, what did you bring us today?
Yes. Hey! Hey! Did I think I made it? Hi, everyone. My name is Jim, and I'm here to work with Zilnot. I'm glad that I caught up to you guys just in time because I am his Moore's appointed interpreter.
Oh, well, hello there, Jimbo. Good to meet you, laddie.
Yes, nice to meet you all. Yeah.
I'm going
You look,
I'm going to start sending you things directly. So no longer am I going to speak in heavy English.
Oh no!
Be prepared. You signed up for a
Yeah,
job.
no. I'm all for it.
But
This is
Jeff,
what-
you
this
don't
is on
have
purpose.
this. You weren't speaking English before, right? Like, what are you talking about? This has been English?
I work for my dad's interpreting company, and the Moors have asked us to interpret for Zilnot here.
Well, thanks for coming there, sport. Looks like you're having a bit of a winder there. Let me help you out there. And Derek slaps him on the back. You got this, little buddy. And cast guidance.
Thank you, but that's actually just my voice.
What languages do you speak? I speak so fucking many of them.
All of them. He speaks all of them. He has
Many.
I'm
Cool.
unanimously telling you, you work for an interpreting company. You speak all languages. I will not be taking notes about this.
Sick. I'll just speak to you in Draconic.
Excuse me, I'm a little confused. When's the
Yes?
dancing supposed to begin?
What?
The what now?
You said you were an interpreter. Interpretive dance? That's common to this realm, is it
not
not?
that kind of interpreter.
Oh,
I'm not much of a dancer, but I do. When I'm not interpreting for my dad's company, I have a band. I'm the singer.
As soon as the Alwyn said dance, Derek started throwing down dad moves. That's a performance of 11. It's what you'd expect.
Nice. I also
He raises
have
the roof.
a harmonica.
That's what he
Solid
does.
moves. Little cabbage
Yo,
patch.
hang on. It's a 12. I
Wow.
have 1.
Oh man, he's above and beyond the regular dads.
Pretty groovy.
Thank you there, laddie. Now, you all ready to get our tuckering on and take this care of? Freddy said he needs a bit of help, so let's get moving, yeah?
As you dance up to my previously described scene, you guys notice that there is a note on the door to the tower.
What language is it written in?
Common.
I didn't take that one.
Weird.
Zilnot strides up to it, rips the
It's okay, you have
note
an
off and
interpreter.
reads it. Yeah, no, reads the note. What do I read?
Here. Since you've decided to read it.
I'm not going to read it aloud.
Oh, yes, you are.
You've kind of gotta. It's like an audio podcast.
Well, my plan was to make him read it to me, and then I was going to tell you what it
No,
said.
see, you read it out, and
So-
then I interpret for
Well,
everybody
if you ladies
else.
are done dicking around with the paperweight there, you want to let me take a look at it and see what it says?
Tacked to the door as you arrive is a small note in cramped handwriting that says,
Yeah, okay. Fuck yourself, Jay. And I say that only because this is what you didn't expect to happen.
Yeah, Jeff, we absolutely didn't expect you to be annoying.
yeah, it's weird that you think that was a wild choice.
So, Zilnot says the note reads, "Hi, everybody come on in. Archmage Overture." Seems like a really nice guy, don't you think?
Oh, my boy Freddy's really great. Went to school with him for a long time. Good bud. Got you tight in with your family. Take good care of you.
I am glad that he did give us his consent. That is important, not to assume, even though we did arrive.
Yeah, it's very kind of him. We're like watching his house or something.
Derek doesn't trust these chuckle fucks.
What exactly what I said?
Derek knows that Freddy has never written that few words in his life.
Zilnot says we should just go on in.
I would like to review Freddy's note.
Yeah, I hand it to you.
Derek, who has also received the notes. You guys have received notes telling you that you're supposed to house sit this place. You know that there's more to it than that because he hinted that there would be more to the job than just house sitting. But he didn't tell you more over the mail because he seemed very suspicious. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to Mitch, since I've done this to me.
You have done this to you. So let's see here what my man Freddy say. Sir, Turian heroes back in 3 days. Payment upon return. Further instructions. Room door. Don't let. Okay, so Freddy looks like he's up to his usual wizard nonsense. He says he'll be back in 3 days, and he'll pay us when he gets back, and that there's going to be further instructions on the detainment room door, and not to let the thing out. And I can say that Freddy be into a lot of things with his overture nonsense, his wizard nonsense. So we best be getting our way in, find the detainment room, and see what else he got written for us there.
Thing?
Oh yeah, lad, he's a wizard. Wizards do all kinds of thing.
And what exactly are we not supposed to let out?
Oh, I kind of say until we get there. But he said there'd be no more notes on the door. Look, back when we were in the wizard college, he was pristine at summoning. We used to have some ragers, some good parties.
And because I've got somebody speaking like a thick brogue and Zilnot, I'm going to read the note for the listener. To yon heroes, back in 3
the
days.
important parts.
Payment upon my return. Further instructions on the detainment room door. Don't let him out! ! Signed, Archmage Overture.
I open the door.
Yeah, Jay, have I been to his tower before? I mean, we're buds, but I know he's come to my house. I'm not sure if I've gone to his house.
Nah, I'm not giving you that sort of a leg up.
How tall is the doorway?
It's short. You have to hunch. That's the life you live,
Okay.
Furbolg.
Yeah, no, I'm prepared. That's why I asked the stupid question.
You hit your head.
Fucker. Obviously don't hit my head. I'm well aware. I might clip my antlers, though.
Oh yeah, you clip
That
your
would
antlers
be
for sure.
fucking
There's no
bothers.
way. You never duck low enough for that shit.
Yeah.
Every
As you
doorway he
enter,
walks through is just scraped.
as you enter, you realize that while the tower was not necessarily small in the way of mages everywhere, it is much larger on the inside. The hallway before
so
you
I
is
can
spanning
stand up
40 feet wide and 60 feet into the tower. The far end walls curve, meeting towards the back end of the hall. A door leading diagonally from this entry on either side into separate rooms. Above each door, you see a gargoyle's head statue jutting from the walls. Their eyes seem to follow you as you move. And you guys sit there in the doorway to do your indecision for 3 days.
It's kind of cramped.
We're doing a great job.
Episode is over.
Yeah, absolutely. Sit for 3 days, episode ends. This is my favorite.
Derek lights the torches in the
perception roll?
There's nothing else in the room to see.
room. Derek lights the torches.
Sure. There's a couple torches behind you in the door.
Are there sconces?
Yes, of course. It's a wizard's tower. Of course, there's sconces. Sconces
And,
everywhere.
Derek.
Okay, then.
Is it like dark?
Not now that he's lit it.
Were the torches on? Were the torches already on?
Yeah,
were the
it is
sconces
the
lit?
wizard's tower. Yes, there's just always sort of a magical fire in the braziers. So you
Okay,
did not
then
hit a light.
instead, Derek goes to light the torches with his finger guns and goes, "Now who be leaving all the lights on in the house when nobody's even home?"
I think they're magic. Maybe.
Zilnot nods slowly, hauntingly.
He said
Well,
he thinks so.
Let's be making our way down to the detainment room. That's what the note said we'd find the most instructions at.
Okay.
Yilok is detainment.
He asked where the bathroom is. Sorry.
Zilnot cocks their head sideways.
We've been in the woods for like 45 minutes, man.
When
Couldn't
you
done it
go,
out there.
when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Look, I don't know where the John is. Just pop out the door, do your business round outside.
Why is it called the John?
Because every John has one.
I'm Jim.
I know, Jimbo. Nice to meet you again, Jimbo. Since you think I forgot. Oh, the big fella's gone. Let's go that way. Big fella's picked the direction I see.
The gargoyle's eyes follow, correct?
They do. It seems that they watch you.
Okay.
That statue's kinda creepy. What even is this thing?
It's a tower, Jimbo.
Bird, you seem smart. Do you know what this is?
Gargoyle.
I don't think it's a dog.
Oh, would I be able to do a history check?
No, that wouldn't tell you much.
Yeah,
You don't know the history of gargoyle faces on tower walls.
fair enough. I'm
Uh,
sure my studies lie elsewhere.
I mean, I could tell you that, but it wouldn't progress the story at all.
Come on, I just want to get us on a very long tangent.
I will send you a long treatise on gargoyle heads later.
Thank you. I'll be checking your
Yeah.
sources on that.
Yeah, I'm sure that you know more than me. It wouldn't be
Derek.
hard.
But
We
what
move
Derek
into the
does
next
notice
room.
is there's a smudge on one of them, and he pulls out a handkerchief, and he casts prestidigitation, and he wipes the handkerchief just in front of him, and the smudge just cleans off of the statue, and then he follows Zilnot into the next room.
Okay.
Zilnot walks into the next room.
I'm sure Overture will be very happy that you did that. All right, the next room is...
Wait, hold on. I want to check something. Just,
Sure, what do you want to do?
close the door. I just want to see if the lights go out. Because, we can't be leaving those on.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I mean...
you
yeah, he's
close
right.
it while peeking?
Yeah,
Do the fridge door thing?
Like it's a
Yes.
refrigerator.
Yeah, when you get nothing happens until you get literally the last inch, and then it clicks off. All the flames just snuff out. It's exactly like a fridge door. You realize that there's a little button at the top of the door frame.
You beat me to it.
I would just like to open the door and just
All right.
see if it does the thing if I poke it.
You guys chose the door on the right. As you guys enter, you see this very large
Hang on. Slow your roll. I'm helping the owl investigate the door. That's dope. That's dope tech.
Aw.
I gotta get that in my house.
Yeah, if I press the
Oh, hi,
button,
hi.
just watch
Oh,
it go
that's
on and
nice there.
off.
Oh, that's great. And then your kids not be leaving all the damn torches on, burning your
While
wax
they
all
talk
day.
about doors, the southwestern
fridge is
wall,
like
you
that.
guys take in the next room. The southwestern wall contains a plethora of tables, tools, and a forge fire, as well as a large dark anvil. Two ironclad statues stand at attention to the south side, both wielding large hammers and looming over the room, heads coming close to the ceiling, but other than their imposing natures, unmoving. The north side appears to be where Overture has taken to stockpiling potions, or maybe booze, or maybe both, of all shapes and sizes. His obsession with the potions appears to have outgrown his containment, however, as in front of the largest rack, the potions have simply been piled up like some random liquid pyramid.
Whoa, look at all those.
Derek walks over and grabs a beer off one of the shelves.
Room temperature?
Wait,
Of course not.
Of course.
Hang on.
No.
Hang on,
This
hang
is
on.
Findor. It's based on European society. Absolutely room temperature.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, room temperature brew.
Whatever the proper temperature is, I am sure is the temperature it is.
I believe Zilnot has said he would like to crack one of those babies open. Rip it and grip it, he says.
Tilts his head sideways again.
Yeah, man, sounds good. I mean, Freddy's always a good bloke about sharing and whatnot.
He meant the potions, not the beer.
Do not.
Do it.
It was too late. Derek has already grabbed her.
Drink it faster.
Zilnot quickly steps over to the potion pile and shakes his head and puts his hand out.
He says, let me show you how that's done.
You are not competent.
He said I'm a great interpreter. Thank you, Zilnot.
There's a door to the west and a door that leads diagonally similar to the door you came in, but it leads to the north now. All on the west side.
I would like to make a perception check to see if we can get that Red Bull, finally get those wings.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check if you wish to find a specific type of potion.
All right.
I would like to pocket a couple of them. I don't know why I said that in voice.
Thank you. Yeah.
That would be a 16.
16. Yeah, you find a Red Bull potion.
As soon as Jimbo says that Zilnot wants a beer, Derek just picks up another one, sets it on top, just double stacks the beers, and does the palm down thing and pops one cap off on the cabinet and one cap off on the other beer, and hands Zilnot a fresh, room temperature, dark beer. Probably. It says beer.
Yeah. Can I like investigate this thing?
Derek also investigates, which is to say takes a big
Find
sip.
out if it's a beer.
A beer?
Yeah,
It says beer.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, investigate.
18.
It's a label. It takes you a moment to sort of parse the label because it is in a language that you're not too familiar with. But as far as you can tell, it's beer. It's just very micro brew, bullshitty kind of, what do you call it? It's a bougie beer that he apparently has made himself.
Okay. I take a sip. Let me decide if I like it.
You realize that the
I
rack
don't.
that Derek has gone to is booze. Like, it's not just potions in this room.
Right. It's booze and potions.
Yes.
I look at Jimmy, my interpreter, and I decide maybe Draconic isn't the language for him. So I speak to him in Giant.
Vivoy Gundom Yum Yadiga.
Oh, he's changed dialects. He says this beer is flat. Please
Hey,
give
no,
him
you're
a
kind
potion.
of... Look, when a man welcomes you to his house, you're entitled to a beer, but you're not entitled to a potion. That's a bit much now. And also, I don't know what all this shit is. I mean, you tried reading Freddy's writing earlier. He's terrible at writing. Yeah, no potion, yes.
No potion.
Come on, we gotta go find the detainment room. Let's go see what this is all about.
I don't think that's what he said.
There's a door to
okay.
the west and a door to the northwest, directly on
I
your
open the
left.
door.
Which one?
West.
Okay.
I'll follow him through.
You guys step into a library. This large room is half encircled along the southeastern wall with a huge, heavy bookshelf. Upon each shelf rests a discomforting number of thick, heavy books, so much so that you fear several of the sagging wooden spars may break from their burden. Against the north wall sit two podiums with large tomes open, strange words written on their eldritch pages. Next to them is what looks like a really comfy couch.
But yeah, this room has Booba the most excited. Just so many books.
Once again, there is a wall down to the southeast that you suspect leads back to your entryway hall, and a door to the northeast that you suspect would lead to the same place that the room you were just in is. Also, there's also a door to the northwest.
Zilnot looks at Jimmy again, decides that he'll try again. And this time in Elvish.
Oh, and I would just like to add that you see Booba's over by the books, but like every time someone talks, his head just does a 180.
I don't know, if you can have this room, Zilnot. I do believe it's gonna be Boobo's.
Derek puts down his edition of Stone Illustrated. Yeah, my friend. This is Freddy's house. You kind of have it. Come on now. Let's keep on away. All right, I'm gonna lead this cat show. We're gonna go find Boobo. I know it's a lot. I know. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Zilnot just walks, shaking his head towards the next door.
Like Booba joins, but like his head is still just watching the books longingly.
So you poke your head in, and you don't even move all the way in. This room appears to have once held the stairway that led up through the tower, but it appears that Overture never bothered or simply hasn't gotten around to fixing it. Indeed, it appears he has never even bothered to clean out the rubble. In the center lies the stone and wood that once constituted the stairway. It seems he has resorted to using this room for storage, as crates, sacks, and barrels have been stacked here. Otherwise, it looks to be a dead end.
Zilnot cranes his head around in a unsettling way to everybody except for Bubo, and looks at Bubo, and in Sylvan says, "This is not." You know what? Don't need the voice for this. And Sylvan says, "This is not the room we need." But what you hear is, "Shirawa iniya tungo." Now, if you speak Sylvan, which would make sense, you will understand. Jimmy might also.
He says, "There's no Pop-Tarts in here."
Derek adds back in Sylvan, "Well, yeah, of course not, man. He says the room's a wreck. Who's going to keep you Pop-Tarts in a rec room?"
People who need a snack when they're working out.
I know. I said that and immediately knew that it was a lie.
I'm sorry, I just made Pop-Tarts canon.
The only door left to the northeast leads to a room very similar to the entryway, a little bit narrower. There's nothing here other than two mirroring gargoyle heads that are similar to the one before. There's nothing of interest in this room, and there's a set of double doors at the other end. As you move into what appears, or what you're guessing from the size of the tower and the way things have been shaped out, must be one of the final rooms. Here, you enter.
Did you just
what appears to
assume
be,
that we do nothing in the empty room with nothing to do?
I have to.
No, he enforced.
Yeah.
He enforced that we did nothing. He didn't assume. He gave us no options.
No options. This
Someone's
is
gonna
the
drive
most.
this ship.
This is the most lavish room you have yet seen. Against the west side, on the other side of a cat bear skin rug. Facing into the room, you see a comfortable chair next to a large, ornate wooden desk. The tabletop piled high with papyrus, vellum, and half-finished texts. Along the walls are art, statues, and the heads of what must be slain monsters that Overture has had to best during his career. Against the east wall sits a large basin, appearing to be a fancy bathtub, with tubing sticking out from the walls, as well as a pile of half-burned wood sitting below. A surprisingly simple bed can also be seen against the south side. A heavy iron door appears to be the only other entrance, solidly stopping passage to the north.
Okay, real quick, because this has been on my mind for like the entire time. It kind of looks like you got the interior of a dick right too, because you see the deep dorsal vein,
What?
the corpus spongiosum, corpus
What?
cavernosum.
No, is that what that looks like? I was just throwing some rooms together. Obviously, it's not, because what would these things be on the sides? Those aren't in.
It's got,
I mean,
it's
it
got the
wasn't
balls here where the
perfect.
pee is stored.
No, I did
That's
not
funny.
force you guys to go through a dick dungeon. Why? That would be crass and completely out of character.
So Derek is gonna see, what the door is on the right side of the room. He's gonna circle around to the bathtub, because it's got a drip. He's gonna check that first door. Is it the containment room on the first door on the right there?
So the first door on the right is not the detainment room.
Moving
It
on.
is the last room of this dungeon. You peer into it. I'll go ahead and tell you what's in it.
Oh no,
Just like the
I'm on a
stairway.
time-sensitive mission, Jay. Derek moves over to the bathtub and he pulls out his Tinker's tools.
It's a kitchen.
Huh?
It's a
Oh,
kitchen.
The room
that
you
is
looked
good
into
enough.
was
It's
a
a
kitchen.
kitchen.
Derek moves around to the bathtub and he pulls out his Tinker's tools, a pair of pliers, and a tiny little vial of alchemical glue and sovereign glue. And he tightens up one of the nuts on the pipes and then puts a little dab of glue on it and stops the drip.
It would be the nuts.
He just
Yeah.
mutters to himself, "My man, you've been dripping water for a while there. It's just, you kind of the state of the place."
Hey, you're pretty handy.
As he does that, Bubo, and they watch him sort of do that. Bubo, you are the first to notice that the large steel door that you assume leads to the containment room, there's a note on it, but more alarmingly, it seems to be slightly ajar.
So it's not a door?
It is.
I'm too entranced by what
Oh,
this
God.
Fucking got him.
Son of a bitch.
Jeff didn't even notice. He just kept on going.
Yep.
Fucking got him.
A heavy iron doorway blocks entry to this jar, or it would. The door sits halfway ajar, and as you look, you notice the frame of the nearby wall shows damage, as if something forced its way out. Upon the door, you find a note in the same cramped handwriting as you've come to expect from the wizard who hired you.
Gentlemen? No, that's not right. Fellows? We have a bit of an issue here.
What's wrong?
Well, of course we do. His other pipe's leaking too. And Derek is just tensioning up the nuts and bolts in this pipeway.
Zilnot, who is entranced by this creature's head, turns to look at you, eyes wide.
What
Yeah, it
seems
appears
to be
to
the
be-
problem, Boobo?
The door's open? I'm not sure what
door's
was
open.
behind there, but I don't think it was friendly.
Oh, is this? This is the room. Entertainment room.
Nods fervently.
What does the note say?
In a language that to some is almost assaultive, aka abyssal, Zilnot goes, hold on.
Oh, we were.
Huh?
With bated breath.
There you go. Let's wait for this interpretation.
Okay. Again, no Pop-Tarts. Please, relax with the Pop-Tarts, Zilnot.
Derek,
We'll get there. The kitchen is the other room.
Derek drops his tools back in his waist satchel. It slings around the front of his fanny. Yeah, and he just looks up at Zilnot, and he says in Elven, I kind of think your man there speaks your languages there, friendo. And then he switches to Sylvan. Perhaps you should just use one of these that we know.
He turns and in common says,
I appear to have been given an interpreter who is incompetent.
Derek says back in Sylvan, I kind of say what you just said, my man. Try Elven or Sylvan. I at least made that out.
He said that there isn't extra blankets in here.
in Sylvan, he replies, I will try this language.
Bubo, the note reads, please keep an eye on my tower for the next 3 days. You should have everything you need in the way of food and water, though comfort should be sought on the various couches and chairs of my tower, as I am not accustomed to having company. You are welcome to the potions and defenses of my tower, but I warn you that their use will be billed against your reward. Most importantly, keep this door closed. The creature within is highly dangerous, unstable, and uncontrollable. For your safety and his, you must keep the door locked and shut at all times, no matter what noises you hear from within. I will not be held responsible for any deaths or damages the creature may exact on anyone who defies this rule. Soft food or grain should be deposited beneath the door using the small flap on the bottom twice per day. Should the creature manage to escape, please prioritize the following. Number 1, do not let them into my library. The books are priceless and irreplaceable. Do not let them near the ironworks or the kitchen. And 3, do not let them drink any of the potions in the potion room. They have become quite addicted to them, and the repercussions can be drastic. Once again, thank you for coming, and I'm sorry about my early departure. It was incredibly necessary. As she reads, the door sort of on its hinge swings a little bit, and you peer inside. Inside, you guys see a small room made from concrete and steel. The floor is blackened as if from soot. Several piles of painted wood can be seen nearby, as if whatever furniture that was in here was demolished recently. Some of it is smoldering. What do you guys do? You can give me a survival or an investigation check.
18 plus 5, so 23.
That's plenty. Okay, so you look around and you get the feeling that whatever it is isn't big. It seems to be a fairly small creature. You do find a set of prints that didn't catch your eye upon entering the room that you now see as you like go from the detainment room out into the room. You see very faded, sooty prints. No detail to them, but they can be seen going across the rug heading to the other side of the room where the kitchen was, that Derek took a glance into.
Yeah, I follow them all the way there and then try to observe in the kitchen. On the way, I say, in Sylvan,
This way.
this way.
He said he thinks there might be Pop-Tarts over here.
Well, that would make sense, because it is the kitchen. I don't think that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, hang on. Before we get on into this business, we all gotta huddle up. Come on, bring it in. All right,
Oh,
we ready?
okay.
We're good? We're gonna do this? We're gonna take care of this?
We haven't.
I'm gonna take care of this for my friend Freddy.
Huddle.
We're gonna get it going. You ready? You ready for Freddy? Let's do it. And Derek claps
Okay.
everyone on the back and casts Bless.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Sick.
Everyone
Can't stress
except
enough
Derek.
that the character's name is not Freddy, but, whatever.
Look, he's Freddy
Oh,
to
no.
me. So Derek has given you all advantage.
Sick.
You can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw for the next minute. Anytime you make an attack or saving roll, you add a d4. Because
Sick.
y'all got that dad energy.
Many thanks.
Many thanks for that sweet, sweet dad energy.
That's the power of Dark, laddies. Keep it strong and upright, you know? And
Hey.
you see the green outline
You're Dirk.
of a dick glow through Derek's shirt and his jack. Right in the cut.
I'm also Dirk, and I take mine out as well.
Derek gives you the ceremonious dick bump.
Big bump.
Dick bump.
Describe the ceremonious dick bump.
It's like a thrust.
You
and a
gingerly
fist
touch
bump.
your tips.
Yeah, you do a thrust like a fist bump. You bump dicks. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that.
I just
and then
wanted to hear it.
gingerly touch tips.
I just have in my head, do owlins even have dicks?
I mean, I imagine they've got something.
I don't know.
Google if owls
I
have dicks and then
don't
decide from there.
think they do.
It's fantasy.
No, they have dicks. They're just not out.
Oh, like the Shape of Water kind of guy.
Sure. Never saw that movie.
Honestly, your
Heard
dick
great
should always
things.
be out. Dick's out for Harambe.
As you
Still,
guys do
to this
that
day.
and you
Always.
gingerly touch tips, you hear a loud noise coming from within the kitchen, like pots and pans falling over.
I take out a knife.
I draw my bow.
There's something in there.
I'll draw my quarterstaff.
In Sylvan, I say,
This is what was entertainment.
or
Is one in, one in.
I don't think it's a rubber duck. He's still not.
No dick. Verified. No dick.
Owls don't have dicks?
They're a one whole kind
I
of
didn't
bird.
the
Yep.
cloaca.
I meant
Yeah.
like
But how do they
owlins,
breed?
because
They touch
How do they
buttholes, Jay.
breed?
Right.
Just like chickens.
Yeah, it's called a cloacal kiss. Fun fact.
Yep.
As you enter into the kitchen, which was not described, because he only took a glance, funnily enough.
Took a glance.
Yeah, the only room that was only glanced at.
This room's
Hilarious.
walls are cluttered with narrow shelves, themselves piled with odd shakers, bottles, and half-full decanters of various powders, herbs, and liquids. Against the north wall are two large casks. The eastern side is dominated by a tremendous stone oven or kiln. Though it appears the room's initial use may have been for some sort of ironwork or artifice, its current primary use appears to revolve around the small stovetop that has been added slapdash to the side of the much larger oven. Dirty pots and pans still sit from a forgotten meal, but those pots and pans have been kicked over, and a large fire has set in the center of the room, fanning out from the oven itself. A puddle of flaming oil is spreading as you guys enter, and you see that the flaming oil is heading pretty rapidly to the kindling at the north end of the room.
Derek steps up like lightning. Well then, lads, first thing first. And he casts Mage Hand, and he turns off the stove.
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
It's just a dial. That makes sense. Just like fridge lights in the hallway. It's fine.
I mean, if you
do
like,
it.
I can go with thaumaturgy
Nope.
or prestidigitation instead.
No. You turn off the stove.
Yeah, alright.
Does you said there was a pot of oil that was on fire, or just there's an
Oil
oil
spilled on the
fire
floor.
in general?
A oil pot fell over, lighting on fire and spreading an oil fire across the floor.
Oh god.
I wouldn't think this is considered a small campfire, would it?
No. As you can see on the
Damn it.
map now that I've updated it, there's a big fire. And like I said, it is heading north toward the stack of logs.
Uba's going to go over and just take as many away from the fire as he can, just toss it to the other side of
Just
the
one
room.
log at a time. It's a pretty big stack. You guys very quickly realize that that's probably not going to move quickly enough. Go ahead and roll initiative. You guys are acting under pressure.
We're gonna fight a fire.
Fuck. Yeah, so
I got a 9.
yeah, so I have a pretty impressive addition to my initiative rolls.
Fuck yeah.
And you can guess how badly I rolled when my total is 8.
Hell yeah.
Bubo?
I got a 20. I don't know
Bubo
what I'm
went
doing.
first.
No! Someone else take
Mitch, what'd you get?
initiative.
I got a number. It's greater than 0.
Hell yeah.
All right, wow. Jeff, you're not last.
Hell yeah.
Ryan, with your paltry 9, you are second in the initiative order. As you see Bubo sort of just grabbing logs one at a time. Are you carrying them or are you just hucking them across the room? What's the plan?
Yeet.
Yeet. She's just like throwing logs back at you guys, I assume, seeing as you guys would have to be in the way of throwing them out of the line of fire.
Sure.
This is clearly a grease fire. And my dad said not to put water on a grease fire.
Yeah,
so,
you're supposed to put Travolta on it.
You'd have the smart chap.
we gotta smother it. I assume Zilnat is wearing a cloak of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and rip that off your body, and I'm going to attempt to smother said fire.
Go for it.
Do I need to roll for that, Jay, or can I just do that?
Yes. Give me a flat d20 roll.
Hey, Jay, I can absolutely do that for you because those are the only rolls that I can do.
What's your
All
cloak
of them
made out of,
flat.
Zilnat?
Oh, I don't know. Moss?
Gross. Oh, no.
Perfect. 11.
11. So yeah.
It's still wet. It's still wet moss.
You throw it over.
It would probably be living.
You throw it over the fire, and a sort of slow smoke just sort of comes out. It appears at first that the fire is put out, and then the middle of the cloak just sort of, and you see the flames coming out from the center of the cloak.
Oh no!
Yeah, I look at it and go,
Not useful.
You believe you've bought some time, and you have sort of soaked up the oil from, like, flowing a little bit with this moss cloak, though.
Zilnat, do something!
yeah, let me run out to the sheet that is on this bed out here.
Okay.
What's that?
Is he
Right at the
leaving?
door. Grab the sheet, and I'm gonna use. Is it a bonus action, free action, full action to grab this sheet?
You get to interact with it as your thing. It will take you a double move, I think, to move there and back to the fire. But
Yeah. Does it? First off, what is it? Does it feel like it will catch on fire? Because if so, then I'll just move to the.
let's see. Overture, I think, has nice sheets. How well does silk burn?
Eh.
I imagine very well.
I don't think it actually burns very well. I think it's a very tight weave. It doesn't aerate.
Yeah, I don't think it burns very.
I think it's one of the advantages of silk, but it does melt and fuse to your skin. So, like, that ain't
That's probably
great.
bad.
I'm gonna go dump it in the water first.
It shrinks from the
Fuck it.
flame.
Okay, well that's good. So you're not going to be able to make it back. With all that, it's going to take your whole
Yeah,
round to
no,
get to the
that's gonna take
to the
some time.
tub.
Yeah.
All right, Derek.
Yeah.
Omen.
Yeah. I've got Mage Hand going. That's dope. We got an extra hand. Because everybody knows Dad needs a third hand. And Derek's rifling through his waist bag. And he doesn't find what he's looking there. And he goes through his shoulder bag. And that's where he finds what he was looking for. And he goes, all right, chap, go ahead and do me a hand, yeah? And Derek does a high five and a low five and a dick bump. You don't see anything, but you see his dick and his pants compress as he casts Unseen Servant. And the Unseen Servant takes his thick wool blanket, and wool is fire resistant, and puts that over the top of the fire.
What thick wool blanket?
Oh, it came out of Derek's shoulder bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, it's an oil fire. We're just sort of adding things to it.
Smothering
that
it.
soak and burn.
No, wool's fire resistant. That's why you always use wool for your garb.
Wool is retardant. Yes.
That is okay.
So, Derek, high five, low five, and invisible dick bumps his Unseen Servant bro. And you hear the audible clap when this happens. For all three motions. And he just pulls a thick wool blanket out of his shoulder bag. It's not, unfortunately, a huge blanket. It's child-sized. And he hands it to his Unseen Servant, who begins to try to bat out the fire with the help from Mage Hand.
Okay. So the flame retardant wool, once again, it's flame retardant and it's absorbent, so you kind of just sort of halt the fire from moving. The big puddle, I don't think is going to get put out by this, but you've definitely contained it at this stage.
Well, without modern science, that's it, boys. We've done what we can.
After having calculated the approximate movement, I would have made it right back in the door at my movement.
Here we are, about to throw water on it. No, wait, no, wet blanket.
No.
Yeah.
Wet
Wet blanket, not
Thank
water.
God.
Water will be
Thank God.
bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna stop it. This is gonna get bad real fast.
No, it's just a wet blanket, and I would have wrung it out a little bit on the way too, so it's not like sopping wet.
So
flammable.
the fire is sort of contained. It's been pushed away from the logs. Bubo, it is your turn again.
I guess there's enough room to just sense it probably. Wait, you already got the blanket on there, right?
We've contained.
No, he's on the way.
We have a cloak. We have a wool blanket. We're just piling sheets on a fire at this stage.
I mean,
but yes,
that's how
the
you
wet
do
one
it.
has not arrived yet.
I guess I could use my turn to go get it and put it on. Just grab it.
Gonna go and assist Zilnat.
Yes.
Sure. His turn, I believe. Oh no, technically it's Ryan. So she moves
I'll pass.
to assist. You pass, and she runs. You and Zilnot grab each side, run back into the room, and I looked up Silk. Apparently, Silk just sort of shrink wraps when hit with fire, but being a wet blanket, you throw it over. It contains what's left of the fire and snuffs it out. Gives it no more oxygen, and we get it to stop because this blanket is large enough to cover what's left of the flames. As you guys move down to the south side and stamp out the last of the flames, you do see that what would appear to be a smooth stone door is actually a secret door, and it is slightly ajar, as if someone has moved to the south through this passage.
Oh.
First things first, Mage Hand and Invisible Helper Bro hold up the wool blanket, and Derek finger guns at it, casts Prestidigitation, and gets all that nasty oil and soot off. He folds his blanket up neatly, puts it back in his shoulder bag. Well, I think
Prestidigitation is truly the best spell, like, on a real life basis.
Oh, absolutely.
10 out of 10.
Are we sure that, like, the thing that was being contained isn't a fire elemental? You might be upset.
Well,
If we just snuffed it out. Did the note even say?
it's possible it's a fire elemental, but the note didn't say what it was exactly, and the fire didn't do no moving once we started putting it out, so I don't think so.
Okay.
But I think it's in our best interest to go and fetch whatever this thing is before it gets... Oh, no.
Do you need another roll for me to follow it again, or can I just keep following whatever trail it is left?
You can keep following. It's, like I said, the only way out of this room, and you heard something in this room a second ago, is this southern secret door.
Derek is a dad, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that Derek knows that things are going bad. It's going to the potions. That way's the potion room. We gotta hurry. Because you spend enough time around toddlers, you just fucking learn that shit. You learn when bad things are happening. That it's quiet, too quiet, that's a joke until you're a father.
You guys come into this room, and you've been here before. Nothing seems out of place in this room, except for there is now a single empty bottle lying in the center of the room, and you hear the door click to the library that you went through last time, and you watch the last inch or so shut as you enter the room.
It's heading for the library.
Oh yeah, Boobo's bolting for the library.
We all run for it.
Yeah, I bolt. I double move, quadruple move.
As you enter the library, I need you to roll perception.
Hey, Derek, can I borrow that sovereign glue?
You know how to use it? Look, it's just a
The
fix-it
first
kit.
thing that
I ran out of
everybody
my...
sees...
14 plus 9.
I just need it.
The first thing that everybody sees is an entire shelf of books midway through falling over.
Oh no.
An entire shelf collides with the ground and breaks. Nobody else sees this, but Zilnot, rolling a 25, I believe you just said 23?
23.
23, you see a blur of something small and very swift, which appeared to have nearly been underneath the shelf, zips around and through the stairwell door.
Okay, I bolt.
Wait, no, this is good. Derek, give me the glue.
What are we doing here, lad? Which way does Zilnot bolt?
Yeah, I bolt towards the broken door.
All right, nobody go in. We already know. There's nothing really in that room. I'm gonna glue the door shut, and he can't get out.
Get on!
Oh, little bastard.
I yell in Sylvan, this way.
Yeah, Boobo's bolting as well.
Did you go in the door, or do you try to lock it like Jim is recommending?
I'm gonna try to stand in the doorway so nothing can get past me, and if I can see it, I want to shoot it with ensnaring strike.
You enter the room and you hear like a soft pattering sound and the rumble of stones, and once again the blur shoots and you see another wall shift, like there's a secret passage, and something quickly darts into another hallway.
I hate this place.
I turn and say, "Secret door!" And then in Sylvan, secret door! And yell in Sylvan, "Go around."
There's
And I
no
run this
piano
way.
here, Zilnot.
And then I bolt towards the secret door after telling them to go around.
What is Zilnot's speed?
30.
30. Okay, yeah. So Do you guys do what he said, or do you assume that he's looking for a piano and you continue to
I go
follow
look for the
Zilna?
piano in the absolutely completely empty room that is the most important room of this entire dungeon.
Ah,
Bubo goes
the
around.
hallway.
As they're all leaving the room, I'm going to sovereign glue the door behind us closed.
Oh, Derek hands you the sovereign glue, and it's actually a roll of tape.
It's duct tape.
I didn't say that.
We talking scotch? We talking...
I can't say it's duct
Gaffer?
tape,
Duct
but it is
tape.
a
Gaffer tape?
fine
Painters.
dark silver gray tape with a sheen, and it's incredibly adhesive on the underside.
Oh wow, this is never coming off.
That's the point now, isn't it, lad?
Unless you get it like a little bit wet, and then it just comes right the
Once-
fuck
It
off.
just comes
Once
right
we
off.
corner
Yeah.
it, we'll be okay. I think.
So you tape the seams just all around the outside of the door. That's what you do.
Yep.
Derek
So I'm
has
ready in
moved into
action.
the hallway in the middle of the tower.
I've got that spell that allows me to just shut a door. I've got a mage hand on one door, and I've got my unseen servant on the other door, and I'm getting ready to prestidigitation the third door, because there's only 3 doors in this room. If it tries to come in here, I'm going to lock it in with me.
I have thaumaturgy as well, so if I see it running towards the door, I'm going to slam that door shut.
So we're all heading into the next room after these doors are sealed.
I'm readying a trap in the empty hallway with the gargoyles. Is Hooters in here with me, or did the pog just end up there on
Hooters?
accident?
I'm in there with
Okay,
you.
alright.
I don't know if that's offensive. or
Look,
not.
she said his name is Boob. It might as well be Hooters.
Fuck. All right. Well, I can't really flaw your logic there as much as I want to.
As you enter, still not.
Yeah.
Everybody's made their move. You are chasing after it. You end up in the study. What do you do? There is something that is in the study that is bouncing around from like spot to spot. The moment you enter, you see something with its back turned to you. It looks like the size of maybe a halfling or a goblin, and it briefly is there sifting through the notes on the table, and then once again it's a blur, and you see a splash as it enters what you assume is the water of the tub.
Call out to it.
Okay.
Hey!
I swear to God, if that thing turns the water on.
Hey! Can you understand me?
There's no response.
Can you just stop?
I pull my bow, and since it doesn't look like it's going to be able to run out without me catching it, I get ready to shoot an ensnaring strike at it, and I move toward it.
Okay.
SEAL Team 6.
Are you stealthing, or are you just moving up on it?
I'm moving up on it because I imagine as soon as it moves, I'm going to be able to shoot it. That's my plan.
All right.
I'm going to cast ensnaring strike, and I'm going to ready in action. But as soon as it moves, I will shoot it.
Zilnot, you see splashing and like water shooting up out of the top. You see like a little hand reaches up and turns on the water, and more water comes shooting
that
down.
son of a bitch.
And as you move up with your bow drawn and peer down into the tub, you are greeted by a small, grubby face. It is tinted a strange green color. Its mouth is filled with a few teeth, and you just see it look up at you with its small, terrifying eyes, and it laughs.
I hate this.
Don't forget to add D4. It's probably the last round you get to do it.
And you realize that it is a 2-year-old child, probably mixed race.
Sure. That 2-year-old child is going to get ensnared the moment I see it. I'm
You're
ready
gonna
in
shoot a
action.
child?
Fuck yeah, I'm going to shoot a child.
Because it's D.
Shot a kid.
It's a ready to action. I can't do anything other than that.
All right, shoot a child, you monster.
Add
This is
D4.
why I can't
Fuck
take you
yeah.
to places.
Add D4.
Charisma 4. Get ready, bitch. I don't understand social cues. Tough love. It's okay. It's an awful
Add
roll.
D4.
I
Oh.
did.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so before I add my plus, it is 7. My plus is a 9, so 16.
And you strike it, do your damage.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt, I'm sure. Can I choose to make it non-lethal?
No.
Is that an option?
It's a spell.
Not with...
It's a spell.
Yeah, not with spells
No,
and
the
bows.
spell isn't lethal. The spell is ensnaring strike.
Which
Oh, hell
does
yeah.
damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't say it's lethal
It's
damage.
always lethal damage if it's a spell.
Yeah, spells and ranged weapons don't allow you to do subdue except for, like, if you get a specific type of ammunition. They're dicks.
Yeah.
Yes, I learned the day that I was told that I couldn't shoot Tigawog off his bike without killing him.
Yeah, I remember that.
That has stuck in my brain ever since.
Hell yeah. My dice apparently understand not to kill this thing.
Oh, good.
So it's 6 plus 1, 7, and it has to beat a strength save.
Okay.
Strength save 15. And if this motherfucker, this little baby child, beats a 15th strength save, I'm gonna be real mad
Mitch,
about it.
have you
I'm gonna
ever
be
hung out with a
fucking
toddler?
Mad about it.
Well,
Yes.
it rolled a natural 17, -1.
Minus only 1? It's a 2-year-old.
Yeah, but that's not what seems to be the problem, because immediately it turns into mist and is not there anymore.
Is this fucking Jack?
Jackass motherfucker.
My wife made a similar observation for my plans.
It's fucking rude.
As it turns into mist, it disappears from your line of sight. Where is everyone else in this room? Or in the tower at this point?
I'm still by the storage door. I intend to be sovereign taping that closed as well.
Which room is Derek in?
Derek and Hooters are in the empty hallway with absolutely nothing to look at.
It's Boobo. I cannot have you referring to our female guest as Hooters for the next hour.
Ah, fuck
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
It's an
that's-
owl!
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's right.
I know where your mind went, but I can't allow it for people to drop in apropos of nothing. What if this is their first
Yeah.
episode?
Then they know
This
that I
is-
call owls Hooters. They are Hooters. Just like dogs are boofers.
So Derek, where are you right now? You're in the hallway with Boobo.
Yeah, boobo.
Actually, Boobo would like to head to the kitchen and find some seed.
Derek, what do you do?
Like Derek is trying to trap the thing in here with him. He's hoping that the others can somehow wrangle the creature into this confined space where I, in theory, have all the doors locked down.
I've been
Somewhat.
also trying to confine it in a single space.
We're gonna do a widening circle that we tighten to the
Yes,
hallway. I
yes,
see.
Yes.
Boobo, what are you doing?
Well,
Not
shoot.
hooting,
If he already has
obviously.
God
the,
damn.
if he already has the door locked down, then I am stuck in here with him. But if he didn't, then I would like to have headed to the kitchen, try and find some, through the back way to try and find some seeds. Since apparently
All right, he
that's
closed the
something-
southwest door last, which means that you can go back
No,
the way you guys
the
came.
doors aren't being forced closed yet.
Oh.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
When the little fucker
No,
comes
I'm
in here, I'm
closing
locking it down.
all the doors behind us, and he's just waiting for it in the middle.
Trying to get some seeds and snacks, and I'm guessing maybe Pop-Tarts?
Hey.
Pop-Tarts.
As you enter the kitchen, Boobo, and he locks the doors to the hallway, you hear the sound of pop, and a small, green-tinged-skinned baby just appears in a puff of mist directly in front of you, and looks up and goes, "Ah!
Hello there, little one.
Hello."
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
I will give him some seeds.
Okay.
And I mean, just kind of sit there with him and see if, what he does. Is he still full of energy trying to run, or is he still hungry?
He reaches out a little hand and tries to take the seeds out of your hand and puts them in its mouth.
What's your name?
Becker.
Becker. My name's Boobo.
Boobo.
Oh, but I can't say it.
Does your father keep you locked up all the time?
If he's smart.
Not all the time.
While Boobo has him distracted, I would like to sneak into the room behind them and begin to tape shut the door.
Now, technically, you and Zilnot did not know where it went because it teleported.
Okay.
Can we have heard it
Roll perception.
talking?
14.
11 plus 9, I think it is. So, up high?
With a 20, you can hear Boobo's quiet voice carrying through the door.
Do they hear Derek's phone call?
Who's calling Derek?
His spouse. The mother of his child. Of course.
Oh yeah, you got to check in.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't
Yeah,
check
of
it.
course.
See, Dad moved. I got busy, and I didn't check in, so now I'm being checked in on.
I mean that's responsible that you have the Unphone on you at all and it's charged. So that's good for you.
Yeah, of course.
After your little check-in, it goes well. She's not happy that you didn't call her when you said you would, you got to location and then you got busy. It happens to you.
Yeah.
Wait, did we hear that?
You did, because you're closer to him than you are Bubo, so you totally hear a phone call.
I would like to go into that room and say, "Can you call Freddy?"
It's locked.
No, it's not. He can come into that door. That door is not locked yet.
Call Freddy. We need help.
When Jimbo comes in, Derek just holds up the one finger. Hang on. Yes, honey.
Your phone this whole
I
time.
know, honey. I told you to call you, but we've been busy. I told you I'm helping out my buddy Freddy here, and he's got some sort of a run-in going on. I know. I kind of look. I don't know. I know. Yes, I'll stop by the market. I'll bring it. Hang on, Jimbo. Yes, I know. I'll be home before dark. We're not staying too long. Well, he did say
Derek,
maybe
this is
3
not
days.
the
I don't know.
time.
He said he'll be back in. Look, we talked about the. Okay, you know what? I'll talk. Yeah. All right. Hello. Hello.
This place almost burned down earlier. What are you doing?
All right. What now, Jimbo?
Call Freddy.
You try to look at your phone to see if you can dial another number, and sadly, ads are playing.
I got you, fam.
Hell yeah.
Hi.
Well done.
Welcome to Unphone. Here's a commercial for one of the many products that you can find through the Unphone right now. If you don't use the Johnson Portable Coal Grill 3000 to grill your kills, then what are you even doing out in the woods? The Johnson Portable Coal Grill 3000. It's what we cook with. Zilnot, through the door, you can hear Bubo's voice talking to something. Bubo, as you ask if this child was kept locked away all the time, it says not all the time. And then it seems to sort of get distracted, and it starts heading to the other side, like around you toward the other side of the room, toward the stove again.
Becker, would you like to play a game with me?
Huh? It doesn't stop moving, it just keeps heading toward the thing, but it is sort of looking at you as you speak to it.
He hasn't moved either. He's just moving his head all the way around.
Derek is the only motherfucker here with fixed vertebrae. I swear to God.
And, oh shoot, I don't know what games children play!
Haha, and neither does Boo.
Terror. Unkindness. Invasion.
You see it just starts climbing on
disruption,
top
and
of the
destruction.
stove again.
I have some friends in the other room, and I'm sure they have quite a few interesting things on them. I wonder how many of them you could take.
No, thank you. One already tried to hurt me.
Really? I can't convince a kid to steal stuff from strangers? Huh.
He starts climbing up, and you see that there's like a jar of cookies up high. That is definitely the goal here.
Cookie num-nums. Would you like help with those cookies? It seems rather tall for you.
This is a toddler. The answer is no, fuck you. I am my own independent entity. How dare you propose to help me, you ungodly, small-minded simpleton.
I don't think a 2-year-old say that.
That comes out like this. No, doing it myself.
Exactly like that, yes. Or as my baby likes to say, I got it.
You see a small spectral green hand appear and float away from the baby and grabs the cookies.
Shh. I was gonna mage hand. Can I mage hand and have my mage hand fight his mage hand?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if they could, like,
You
fight over the
can.
jar of cookies.
It's gonna... your mage
That's
hand
not
is gonna
canon.
slap the baby's mage hand?
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes, it is.
Roll,
It's gonna slap that wrist.
roll Arcana.
Yeah. That's the roll for that for sure.
Absolutely.
While this is going on, since Derek still doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and until Ryan leaves, I've got him. Hey, Jimbo, what do we got going on here? You find the thing yet?
No!
In Sylvan, since we don't appear to be too heavily in a turn order anymore, in Sylvan cast Thaumaturgy and go, in the kitchen, baby. Sorry, in the kitchen, child. So it's loud enough that everybody can hear me.
So Jimbo's looking at Derek, and when they both hear Zilnot say, baby, and then child, you just see the light in the room dims a little bit, and the shine in Derek's eyes just roll back into a dull gray as he just goes into a 1,000-yard stare.
Are you okay?
It's gonna be a long 3 days, lad.
My dad gets that look in his eye when I tell him that I want to be a bard.
Derek puts his hand on your shoulder and says,
I hate this job.
Of course you do, lad. Of course he does.
Bubo, you see that it mage hands the jar of cookies, and it now has it coming toward it, and he's just got his arms out. Gimme.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9 Arcana? Well, it rolled a 2.
The Battle of Wills.
Zilnot, did you enter the room?
I would try to stealth in if I could.
You crack the door open and peek, and you immediately realize that stealthing isn't a big deal because you see Bubo and a small child locked in a titanic struggle with their mage hands and a jar of cookies just floating in midair, and they both just look like beads of sweat on their faces as they're prying it away from one another.
Do I have any knowledge on how to catch something magical like this? Keep in mind, I was raised by a dragon, and I'm a bog witch.
Your
My
mom's a
question to
bog
you-
witch.
No, his mom's a dragon. Keep up. Is Zilnot,
Come on.
has
Shit, my
he
bad.
found himself babysitting baby dragons or not?
I'm gonna say that there's like a good chance. I'd be willing to roll for it.
I'm gonna say he
As long as
has
he's
one.
not the youngest sibling he has.
Yeah, they have one. And I imagine that they have. Yes.
Okay.
Also, they keep a younger sibling with them.
Then you know
Not by much younger.
that
That's a
a
sibling.
that a baby at this
Yes.
age or maturity level cannot be reasoned nor bargained with. You give it what it wants and you hope for the best. But you know that you can't always give it what it wants because that would not be for the best.
Parenting.
You are worried that because it is magic and you've dealt with magic children before, that containing it will be difficult. Your best bet, being a person who understands how magic works, is that most magic, they can run out. Baby doesn't have unlimited spell slots, and the fact that the baby has spell slots is concerning enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I?
You also know that the doors were probably made out of lead or lined gold, which would negate teleportation and magic.
Even though I fully teleported into a different room earlier?
Not the
Sure did.
the wooden doors of the regular house are not the doors of the containment room.
You also know from your
Right.
time dealing with toddlers that it treats a short rest as a long rest because toddlers are fucking monsters. You slept for 30 minutes! How did all of your energy come
is
back?
there a way?
Didn't have that plan, but now it's canon, so good luck.
So do I know if blocking the secret door will do me any good at all?
Blocking the secret door. You don't
Uh-huh.
know how many times it can teleport. It might.
Okay. Do I know if I can? Does it look like I could potentially shoot an arrow and stop the door from being able to be in use?
Well, the secret door is stone, so no, not likely in that manner.
Okay. Then I guess I'm just going to try to move around and block the secret door with my body.
Okay.
Because if it goes back into the other room, it's closer to where it needs to be.
So roll it. What was that stealth check you rolled? Now, because now that you're entering the room, it matters.
Hold on. I might have stealth at disadvantage, which would be hilarious.
Bubo, go ahead and roll me another Arcana check while he does this, as the fight continues.
Sure do. Sick. 9.
For your stealth,
Yeah. It's at disadvantage.
what'd Bubo get
I
for
got it.
Arcana?
Hey, by the way, that was a natural Mitch I rolled.
Perfect.
Fuck yeah!
I got a 12.
Rolled an 18 naturally. The jar of cookies gets yanked into the baby's hands. As it catches it, it looks over at Zilnot, who attacked him. Oh no!
Sure fucking did.
The mean one! And it runs south toward that secret passageway that you were moving for. You guys realize now that you get a
There
good
is
look
no
at
way
it?
you can allow this baby to have the same speed as a 8-foot tall adult.
I can when I gave it a potion of haste.
Fuck.
Again, I feel like you don't have experience with toddlers.
Also, is this thing still when he turned to run, is he distracted? Did he drop the cookie jar, or does he still have it?
Oh no, absolutely not. Priorities. It is running for the door. What I will say, because it's not fast normally, it's just hasted, and you were moving for the door, I will allow Zilnot to, let's go with an opposed athletics check to beat it to the door.
I have proven you can safely tackle a child.
I think they're going to need Derek to demonstrate the proper technique later. Fantastic. Boobo, was there something you wanted to attempt?
The dice are really telling the story here. That's a 6.
Just getting a hand on those cookies.
Remember what I said earlier about the child hiding at low altitude? See, you're a biped, which means you have to slow down to lean forward, or you eat shit. And they fucking know that. And they save their sprint. And as soon as they see you start to lean forward, they book, because they know that your arms are only so fucking long. They
Just
know.
having PTSD. I'm going to let you roll a sleight of hand check to try to steal the cookies from Thacker as they run for the door.
What is this child's name?
Thacker.
Thacker. TH?
Yes, you've been working for a character who Mitch has been avoiding the name of. His name is Overture. This child's name is Thacker. Sure. The creature. You realize, as you recognize that the cramped handwriting made you not notice that when you read it originally.
It's a thicature.
The creature. Fuck. Thecature is
The creature's name is the creature.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Booba, what did you roll for that sleight of hand?
15.
15. Nope. Narrowly just underneath you, just as Mitch said, you have to bend too far down to catch the child or take the cookies, and it makes it to the doorway just as Zilnot kind of collides with the wall trying to get there in time. You miss him by just a moment. If we're chasing the child, we need to roll initiative.
I think I've got an idea.
fucking 8.
12.
Fucking 8.
6.
Way to ruin the
This
streak,
dice
Ryan.
tower has betrayed me.
Boba, what'd you get?
6.
6.
Hombre.
Oh, Boba went from top of the initiative to the bottom. Mitch and Jeff can decide who goes. Ryan?
If we recall, in the very beginning of this episode, when we went into the potion room for the first time, I pocketed a couple of them.
Yes. They are
I'm going to
unlabeled.
go into the detainment room, and I'm going to clink them together to get the child to come to me.
Thackerture, come out and play.
Before he leaves, I make him leave me with the not duct tape.
Oh, yeah. I'll hand it to him.
Sure. So you head to the room and you start clinking the bottles. Give me a performance check.
Okay.
We'll see if we get his attention. At the moment, he is running away from Zilnot and Bubo.
That's a Nat Mitch.
Fucking
Fuck
fantastic.
And I guess he adds nothing there,
Exactly.
I assume. Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does.
It doesn't seem to get anything's attention. Not yet, anyway.
Guys, bring more potions to the room.
Zilnot, it is your turn.
Zilnot is technically 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the Drake around the long way. Ooh, it's got a faster speed. It speeds 40, so it's going to just use its full movement to probably end up in the same room as Mitch's character, Derek. And I'm just going to follow the baby, leading it.
Okay.
Not giving it enough time to get into any trouble is my plan. To just be that on its butt.
Chasing a little sound of footprints. You move 30, so you're kind of keeping up. It doesn't seem like normally the baby would be that fast, but as I said, it seems that you've gathered that it got a potion in it before it got out of the potion room. So you find yourself in the potion room again, Zilnot. You see that it's running for the fire and the anvil.
Fire and anvil, that sounds dangerous, but what can I do?
Watch in horror, usually.
Watching horror. I can change the color of the fire. Thaumaturgy. Change the color of the fire. I'm going to try to amuse this child with this colorful fire. If you'll allow me to change it into a wave of 3 colors.
Sure. I do have one question. Did anyone lock the south-facing door from this room?
Is that
No.
the door to outside?
Hmm?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
No.
Just
That's why I'm trying to entrance him.
All right. Give me a not a performance check. Give me a persuasion check. You can make it with advantage. Actually, make that
Well,
flat
I don't
because
think I'm gonna
he's
do-
afraid of you. Specifically, the baby's
well-
afraid of you.
Hey, guess what? It doesn't matter. Now here's the downside. I have a 4 in my charisma. So my nat 20,
Because you insisted on bringing those Mother's Day characters back, and they'd be broken. They be ratchet.
Yeah, my nat 20 gets bumped down to a 17.
Nat 20, so it's a 17 roll. Opposed charisma. You know what? It's still enough, dude. The fire turns what color?
I'm gonna turn it blue, green, and purple.
So
Interchanging blue,
you
green,
watch
and purple.
Thacker run, and it starts to get to lift himself up on the front of the anvil, on the horn of the anvil, trying to get up, and then the fire changes color, and he just stops.
And now we watch the child climb into the fire.
You see that the feet, he does sort of lower his feet down, he's staring at the fire, and it looks like he's entranced, and he's moving in that direction now.
Towards the fire?
Yes.
Okay, well, lessons sometimes are learned hard. If he tries to touch the colorful fire, it won't be my fault.
Next on initiative order was Mitch, or Derek. Derek, what do you do?
It's been quiet for too long.
Or you are.
I don't know what that means. But I know that it is the worst case scenario.
Yes.
And last I heard they were in the kitchen, and that's over there. And the little shit wants potions, and that's down there. And we need to make sure it stays in the house, and that's over there. So Derek is gonna just drop down through that bottom right door and see what he can see in the next room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring my my unseen servant with me.
Okay. You step in, and you immediately take in a scene of Zilnot standing there, staring as this child is moving toward a brazier. Now, that being said, Zilnot didn't exactly stop moving. This is all sort of an action-packed moment. Zilnot has taken his eyes off the baby, and the baby is moving toward the fire pit.
Derek is just gonna move across the room. And I'm gonna double move across the room. I think that gets me to child, right?
Not quite.
So, it's the dad sprint, which if you haven't seen it, is where you're moving very quickly, but you try to do it in such a way that it doesn't look like you're running. Because if you spook them, they're gonna run for it.
Okay.
So Dad walks across the room, and he makes eye contact with Zilnot, and he points at the front door. Well, the closest approximation from this room. And as he approaches the kid, he pulls out a package of colorful bandages and says, "Hey there, little champ. Looks like you got yourself a boo-boo.
Okay.
You want me to do a little patch-up for you?"
I need
He
you...
presents the brightly colorful bandages.
I need you to make a persuasion that beats Zilnot's DC of 17. To be more interesting than the colored fire.
Oh, that's... No, you don't understand. That's not how this works at all. I am making sure that my presence is known, and I'm establishing myself as not a threat.
Okay.
There's no... You can't reason with a child.
No, the reasoning is to give them something more interesting. I'm not asking you to reason, I'm asking you to beat Zilnot.
Oh, no, I
Can't reason with a child.
The kid sort of absently nods. Yeah, fire.
Yeah, and that's all Derek can do. So,
Okay.
I'm done. But I'm there, which is what's important.
Bobo.
Boobo.
Boobo. Not a monkey, I'm an owl.
Okay, I don't think I have enough speed for this. Because I want to get into the room and sleep the child. Because I have that spell. But I only have... Sleep only has a range of 20. So I don't think I could make it that far. So I guess I just move into the room then, and just wait my
Pretty
turn.
sure you can get within range to do that spell.
Okay. Thought I rolled it. Yeah, I'm casting it at 2nd level because I don't know how many hit points this gremlin has, but I'd rather be on the safer side. So it's 78.
As you cast the spell, and before you bother doing math, the good news is that you are slowly figuring out possible genealogy of the child, as you must assume it's a fae, as the sleep spell has absolutely zero effect.
Well,
Or Elven, right?
Elves are fae ancestry, that's the reason they're immune to sleep, canonically.
Yep.
well, that's my turn. There was an attempt.
Yeah, so it's moving to the fire. It is its turn. It starts to move up the side of this big fucking furnace. This is the kind of fire that you build to try to smelt ore. And it doesn't look like there was like a big fire in it, but it was still burning. And it starts to climb. Mitch, give me a dadvantaged reflex save.
I was gonna say, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you do. That's the one.
Yeah. Dadvantage.
All right.
It moves
Watch
out
me
of
fuck
your
this up, boys and
out of
girls.
your threat range, and you get an attack of opportunity.
Exactly. It's exactly what I was going for. And the attack I choose is grab.
How Bruce of you.
Yes. Actually, Bruce was the quintessential dad.
No, I think Derek is the quintessential dad now.
I mean, Derek's a better
prepared.
dare I say it. Yeah.
He's better prepared. He's newer. It was years since he fathered for Bruce. He's
All right.
way out of the game.
Well, that sucks. Nope.
No?
I guess beat a 10.
Okay.
I rolled a 9 and a 1.
Oh, it's an attack. I just made it an attack. So what did I make the AC of this child?
No. I'm using athletics. I'm grabbing. I'm grappling.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
So,
you snatch it. You
acrobatics?
snatch the child right off the side, right before his little hands can get into the flames.
And in an attempt to defuse situation,
No!
let me see where you got your boo-boo. Let's get you all patched up. And then you can go play some more.
It's crying. It's screaming.
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
crying.
I know.
It's very
That
pissed
is
off.
what children are like.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. So
Wait, this is D&D. I can do things here I can't do in the real world.
Like beat your children?
I throw it in the fire.
Jesus Christ.
No, not
Sleep
really.
now in the fire.
Nesmate.
So the baby is screaming and yelling and is going to cast a spell.
Hey, did you guys know that toddlers are a liquid with variable mass?
Like a what do they call that? Like a non-Newtonian?
Yes, but they can also get heavier.
Oh,
So
wild.
the timbre of the baby's cries reaches a fever pitch, and then it hits a tonality that you just know in Derek's meager studies knows that somehow this child is tapping into the weave of magic. And you watch as everything in the room starts to rattle a little bit, and it casts a spell that you vaguely recall might be animate objects, as the two statues in the room start to move and come to life.
Sick. Now that initiative roll is really gonna fucking matter. Whose turn is it?
It's mine.
So yeah,
I am in the child's room. I would like to continue clinking the bottles, but also, I would like to look for something fuzzy. Is there a stuffed animal of some sort in this room?
there's gotta be, right? Roll an
You
investigation
would imagine.
check.
One would think. It's a nat 20.
Underneath some of the wreckage, you do find a small, stuffed, plushy wizard. It appears to be a hedgehog with a wizard's hat and robe.
I look for a tag. Does it have a name on it anywhere?
Fuck.
Ugly Sonic.
Yes.
Hey, it's D&D. It's Ugly Thunder.
Yeah, TM. So ours will be, ours is obviously Knuckles the Hedgehog.
Ah,
Knuckles.
Knuckles
the hedgehog.
the Wizard Hedgehog. Everybody
I
knows
see.
that character.
I can feel Ryan's pain.
oh! Look at this here, Knuckles! I yell
You
out.
pick it up, it looks you dead in the eye and goes,
I yell out in an attempt to get the child's attention. I am aware that it is on the other side of the tower, but I'm yelling.
Your yell, I'm not gonna make you roll anything. I'm just gonna let you know that right after you yell, you immediately, your voice is sort of drowned out by that sonic vibration that carries through the whole tower, and you hear it coming from the south side of the tower. You think things might not be great for your team at the moment.
I'm going to take Knuckles with me and start heading in that direction.
Okay. I'll let you get halfway across the room. That's gonna make it Zilnot.
Yep.
As you are moving across the room, you see the statues start to move and come to life. Two very large steel and stone constructions that, let me see, what's the size they list here? They're as big as you, both of them.
Santetian Warforgers no longer need see only activity on the battlefield. We introduce to you the Type 69.
I'm gonna ask you a question that seems a little wild, but I have this longbow. This what did you call it again, Mitch?
A
Yumi. Y-U-M-I.
I have this Yumi longbow with incredibly long arrows. Could I? And I know what you're gonna say. It's stone. Well, still, could I pin one of these things to the wall with an arrow if I shoot it right now?
You're trying to do like a trick shot. I don't think it would pin it forever. Still just a wooden arrow. But yeah,
Sure,
you see,
but, like,
it's
maybe
a
a turn.
series of armor. It has like a rib cage. It's not solid stone. The stone is just a framework to hang the kit on. They actually have aprons on them. Like, it looks like he may have even used these to help him in the smithy at some point. Maybe he could do something similar where he animated them.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
It's catching Zephyr Strike.
Allow me to... It's going to improve my movement speed by 30, as well as if I hit it, I get to add some more to it. And nat 20.
Okay.
So things are going great. 14. Gosh, what is that? 5? 25 plus 5, 30. 30 damage.
Hell of a start. Yeah, you pin this one to the wall. I'll allow it. That's a crit.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to move to block the door.
Okay.
Because it improves my movement speed.
So that you can shut it and lock it. It's, we don't have to belabor that. There's nothing magical or special that you've done like to some of these other doors, but you do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to block it with my body, shut it, and lock it. So hopefully he doesn't try to come this way. And then the Drake is going to move its full movement. It's moved into the room, and then it's going to move through the room to try to assist in corralling this thing.
Derek, you have a child in your arms that's screaming at you.
Yeah.
You have PTSD. You're living your normal life.
No. See, if anyone can see Derek, he's got that shine back in his eye, and he looks great. He's smiling, the whole thing. And Derek is going to cast a spell, because the number one thing you learn about children is you learn the powers of manipulation.
Bitch has the best view of fatherhood.
The only way to stop a tantrum is to radically change the point of focus. So Derek lifts the kid up real high and goes, "Oh there now, lad, you're quite the chipper, isn't ya? Who's your pappy? Oh no, I'm gonna drop ya. And he shakes his hands a little bit and then just lets go. And as a bonus action, Unseen Servant catches the child right before it hits the ground. And I am using the cantrip Friends.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say, that we all know has one of two ways of going. It is either the best thing the baby has been put through, or you're a monster, I can't believe you dropped me. So, you cast Friends, we're going with yay!
Oh, it can be both. Let me
You're
let
a
me tell
monster,
you.
do it again.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so Derek says, "How about you let me put these little bandies on you where you got your boobos?" And Derek just ignores the giant death traps and tries to apply the colorful band-aids to the child. Now, I would roll, but it's a toddler, so whichever color I pick is the wrong one, and it wants the other one, so I give it that one instead.
Okay, so you cast Friends as this towering statue, but both of them try to leave the wall, but the one is stuck, and it's like fighting against this very powerful arrow shot through its side. It does not break the arrow. And the other one, though, has walked up behind you while you're playing with this child, focused fully in on it, and you just hear, as you cast Friends on the child, the sound of this large hammer swing down, and right as you cast Friends, it diverts and shatters to the ground next to you. If you were to guess, the amount of damage that was dealt to the ground next to you would be about 30.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it for the next 54 seconds.
Sure.
Yet.
So, Boobo.
I would just like to cast Grease over where these two bastards are.
Okay.
The
Oh,
guys.
well, one's up my ass.
The gargoyles.
Well, I guess I'll cast it around the remaining gargoyle. Yeah.
No, I mean, one's pinned to the wall, one's dealing with him. I think you can catch them both if you wish. But also it will catch Zilnot's Drake.
Yeah.
Zilnat's Drake is in the room with me.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What the hell is that?
What are you looking at?
I don't even know. It's a globe. Amazing.
Jim needs glasses. Jim's been
Very much
talking
so.
to the Drake the whole time.
Poor Jimbo.
Jim didn't want to be here today, okay?
So, Boobo?
Let's just grease it up.
Greasing it up. All right, you cast Grease. What's the save? What am I doing?
It is, it just says, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. I'm
your character.
assuming it's 13 since that's my save DC?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so The one against the wall saves, which makes sense. It's got a little point of contact to help it out. The one next to Mitch goes whoop, 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 and then falls over.
Why is it a dog?
Because that's the
curly.
sound you make when you're falling over. Come on.
Drake meets it. Drake beats it. That's 13. Also, that's clearly Curly, one of the Three Stooges.
Thank you.
You fucking rube.
Oh, I've never seen that movie.
Good God. We don't even acknowledge that that's a thing.
If it makes you feel better, I know that
Nothing.
there are Three Stooges, and there's a movie about them.
Not just a,
It's a show. Like, and
and
several movies.
Oh. Mo.
Yes, that's one of them. Correct.
Ted? Is it Ted, Curly, and Mo?
No.
So technically, the third one does change a bit, but it's Mo that changes. So no, I can't.
Jay, what
I
happens
can't.
next?
No, it falls over. Boobo, congratulations! You've knocked over one of the statues. I mean, we're back to fucking the baby, and the baby is friends with Derek at the moment. You've currently won for a brief moment. There's victory. How long does friends last?
1 minute.
Perfect.
Like I said, I'm not worried for the next 54 seconds.
The baby does nothing but coo. It laughs at the statue falling over. Stupid statue.
Hey, you're a bit weird to be saying words like that, laddie.
Huh?
You don't say stupid. That's an adult word and it's a mean word.
Oh, okay. It looks admonished.
You say silly.
Silly.
Not a champ.
Jimbo.
It just does nothing. Okay.
No, it's friends right now. He's victory for a minute.
Okay, for
Followed
sure.
by-
I'm going
Cold, crushing problems.
to enter the room
Yes.
with Knuckles.
Oh, God.
Knuckles the Hedgehog. Knuckles the Magic Hedgehog. That is the...
The wizard
Full-
hedgehog.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, hey, is this a friend of yours? To the baby.
Knuckles! Knuckles! Knuckles!
Do you want him?
Reaching his hands out and doing the gimme gotcha from Derek's arms.
I am going to take off back to the room, the detainment room. If you want him, you gotta come get me.
Put me down! Knuckles! 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 Mitch, I'm gonna need you to roll that dad check to hold on to a squirming child.
It's not me, bud. It's my unseen servant.
Ah, you still need to roll a
Because that's
check.
where we left off.
Oof.
I
This is
believe.
strength of 2, bud.
Oh,
Oof.
I'm not gonna roll, because I'm not gonna do the math required to calculate that failure.
you see, it drops. The baby drops to the ground, and Thecker starts running around you. You get another attack of opportunities as it tries to dash after Jimbo, trying to get to Knuckles, the magic hedgehog, which will get a commercial, probably a theme park.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be the baby shark of my universe.
Oh, that's a suck. That's an 8.
All right, dashing
The
around.
white dice is failing me today.
Let's see, what's the full speed of a fully operating, hasted beast of a child? How fast do you move, bud?
Me?
Yes.
Not fast
I'm a
enough.
base human. I don't know. You tell me.
It's on you so much faster than you expected.
That's fine.
Roll a reflex save as Thecker jumps at you.
15.
It's on you. It's on your leg.
Oh God! Come on, baby! And I'm running to the room still. I am now limping.
You
I
feel
suppose.
the slimy teeth, like the 3 good teeth that Thecker has, sink into your calf.
Oh God!
And the claws that for some reason are so sharp. You take 5 damage.
Does no one cut your nails?
Toddler nails are like fucking shark teeth.
Zilnot, that's your turn.
Yeah. Zilnot is going to just now that the child has moved out of the room, I'm just gonna move that same direction and try to get out of the room, and so is the Drake, leaving these two to kind of sort themselves out with it.
Roll a dex save.
Already another one?
You're moving through Greece.
Fair enough. Made it.
All right, fuck your Drake. 4 legs and shit.
It may or may not fly.
It may or may not. Derek,
Drake's in the room with you, though. It's faster than
you
me.
can't see your unseen servant, but your unseen servant looks like he let you down. Like, sorry, bud. You can feel the energy from him. Just like,
Nah, man. He's been dadding with me for a long time. Me and this unseen servant, like, it is what it is. We've moved on. We've moved on so fast.
He's not happy. He feels bad that he let the kid got out of his hands. What do you do?
I pursue.
All right, everybody pursues Boobo. What do you do?
Okay, where the heck did that cookie jar go to?
It did climb a bit. It is sitting next to the anvil.
Well, I would like to take it.
Drop it to climb.
And I'd like to take it and then just head back as far as I can through the kitchen and try and meet up with them.
Okay. You guys meet back up. You see Jimbo limping toward the containment door with the baby clinging to his leg, biting and clawing at him, trying to climb up to Knuckles.
I just thought we could have some potions together with Knuckles in your room.
Give me Knuckles! Give me Knuckles! Give me!
Just throw it!
I could do this all day.
Sounds like it's time to Chahuckles Knuckles.
I will give you Knuckles in the room. And I carry on.
Thacker has had a busy day. Been really rough. He ate some cookies, drank a potion, and you feel on your leg this sort of hiccuping motion, and it starts to go all down your leg as Thacker casts Tasha's Caustic Brew. I need you to roll a dexterity save at disadvantage because it's on you.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck me.
The back end's worse than the front end.
That's a 5 and a nat 20.
Oh no!
That checks out.
You kick your leg, hearing the noise, and you feel like the baby's gonna fly off, but no, it's latched on too good, and your leg just erupts in acid. You are now going to take 8 acid damage, and that acid damage is going to continue every round.
No. I am going to drop everything and get down on the ground. This doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to stop, drop, and roll. Because there's burning, and I'm going to stop, drop, and roll. And I'm also, while stop, dropping, and rolling, because of the fact that I am a base fucking human who is taking 5 and now 8 damage, I'm going to die.
Oh my god!
Hey, you get death saves.
Yep.
Wait.
Do you? So you're unconscious.
So
You,
I am on the ground, and I am flailing around, and then I just sort of stop.
He stops, he drops, he rolls over once.
Oh, that's a rough spell to be.
Wait a second,
because it keeps going.
We still have Bless
Yeah.
on us, right?
We do.
No, that only lasts a minute.
Oh,
Oh, it's been more than a minute? Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Technically, no, because I've had you in
Really?
initiative order since you heard the noise in the kitchen. So
Okay.
this would be the ass end of a minute, but this has all
Okay.
happened in a minute. And that, dear listener, is the power of a fully operational 2-year-old. From 0 to 1 dead PC in less than a minute.
Killer. Literally.
Literally. Knuckles, the magic hedgehog. Knuckles falls to the ground, and the Thacker runs, picks it up.
Cool. So it's my turn.
It
then.
is Zilnot's turn. As you enter the
Sick.
room, and you just see your new friend Jimbo dying in a pool of acid.
Well, first things first, Amaryllis. The Drake is gonna run towards the door. That door that's uncovered.
Okay.
I'm gonna burst through this one, and seeing the scene in front of me go,
Child, what have you done?
I don't feel good. I pooped. And then it burps.
the correct term is you froed up, sir.
I used to pookie. I don't know about you.
You pookied?
I pookied.
What the fuck?
Weird.
My baby vomits.
Does she say
Is that what
vomit?
your baby said? I vomited?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess all
She
babies
also
say
uses
different things.
threw up. She doesn't adapt the tense.
I'm unconscious on the ground, but I still
Dying.
say,
Nobody cares.
no Pop-Tarts. Still not.
No Pop-Tarts.
Man's
Zildot, what do you
last
do?
Words.
I move forward, hopefully, because we have 2 doors blocked here, to scare the baby towards its room and to do a medicine check.
Yeah, the left secret door is in fact taped shut
And it's blocked by a drake.
by the Drake.
And I'm blocking the only way to the other door is past me.
And Boobo's by the
my
kitchen
plan
door.
is to-
Derek, as you're the last one to enter the room, as Zilnot runs to check on the friend, you don't need a medicine check to know that acid has dissolved one whole leg. And that seems to be the cause of dying.
The cause of dying.
The cause of dying. Your professional diagnosis. Derek, as you are the last one to enter the room, you hear the thud as the animated statue chased and slammed into the wall behind you, chasing after you guys and trying to protect the child. You take in this scene now as well. What does Derek do on his turn?
Oh, man. When the shit hits the fan, it's anybody's guess where it goes.
Hey, Derek, do you think you can press to digitize this, bitch?
You got a fucking band-aid in that fanny pack for this one?
Derek had pulled his hand towel out of his fanny pack. Sorry, his waist satchel. How dare you? He had pulled his hand towel out of his waist satchel, but when you say that, he changes point of focus. You remember, you do get a D4 for your save when it comes up. And Derek looks at the child and uses thaumaturgy and dad voice, and the effect of still being aided by the effects of friendship. And Derek just says, "Go to your room now, or your gun get a whooping."
Roll me that persuasion check, my dude. Or intimidation, sorry. Advantage.
That's a suck. That's a 13, baby.
For both?
Oh, that was the higher one.
Thacker seems to be intimidated, but it does not run towards its room. It runs at Bubo.
Like, is coming to me for safety or just running at me?
Yeah, Bubo's been the most friendly, the least, like, you try to take the cookies from him, but otherwise you've been okay. Yeah, he's running toward you.
Okay, I would like to, lead him with the cookies to his room. Come on, buddy.
You see that it tries to jump up into your arms, actually. But as Thacker does that, you hear the thrum of magic again, and it blinks out of existence.
There we go. Okay, so baby's gone now?
As you guys sort of stand there, bewildered for a moment, it pops up 10 feet over here.
Derek's voice booms through the complex. 1.
Roll it again.
That's a 9. That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, it immediately starts moving toward the door, but blink takes effect, and it pops out of existence again. You guys all have an action before its turn comes back around. Fuck. I'm not gonna do an initiative, you guys just tell me what your actions are.
Is it at all possible for me to stabilize this guy? I got to him within a turn.
Oh yeah,
Can I
yeah,
stabilize?
go for it. You do need to immediately take a death save as acid continues to eat away at your leg, and you can roll medicine, and you need to roll a death save. So let's see if you can outrun
can
the
my
acid.
first medicine roll count?
Yeah.
25.
25. That's one successful. I guess you just stop, right? Medicine can just stabilize.
Yeah, it's just stabilized.
Yeah, if you make it to him within a turn, you can stabilize him.
Okay.
I think.
Derek
Pretty sure.
pulls out his hand towel, flicks it aggressively, and uses prestidigitation to get all that shit off.
Done.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah. I run over and do a tourniquet his missing leg. I look down at you.
Also, Derek puts a band-aid on it. It's bright blue.
Fantastic.
It
Boobo.
has little yellow flowers on it.
Boobo, what do you do with your round?
That's the one that I wanted.
I'm gonna just prepare friend on my end.
It pops back into existence over here this time, and Thacker looks kind of confused, like he doesn't know where he's popping back in, and he then tries to run away from all of you again toward the door. He pops back out of existence.
When he starts running, Derek's eyes start to glow. 2.
I'm like holding him together, holding Jimmy Boy here together, and I say to him in Draconic,
Okay.
no, I sent it to you.
Honestly, I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
And then I say,
Poor child, this quest was too much for you.
Yeah, no shit. I got that.
and I'm gonna pick you up, because I can totally do that, and work on corralling this child with the help of this entire group. So whichever direction I need to go to do that, I will do.
Boobo, it pops back into existence. You immediately cast friends on it.
Hey, little buddy. And Boobo just slowly heads towards the door with, like, the cookie jar in hand and just, like, tosses the entire thing in there and
You
just
see
gets by
that-
the door ready to shut it.
Yeah, you see, it's still holding Knuckles, and it's running for the door. It pops back out of existence again. Pops back into existence. It tries to run back for the door. Eventually, unless you guys do something, it does make it to the doorway, and you slam it shut.
Derek
Yeah.
undoes his belt, and he uses it like an Indiana Jones whip, and he has a dad belt. And it extends the full 15 feet from where he is standing to the door. And he's going to wrap it around the handle and use it to hold the door shut while we find a solution. That's a 13.
Okay.
You have the tape.
I'm busy. You have the tape.
No, you took it from me.
But you can get it. It's just on. You know where it is. It's in my
I have
fanny
one
pack.
leg.
You have the power to do this.
I think what he meant was, Jimbo, the tape was in you all along.
Zilnot, he's got the tape in his bag. Use the sovereign tape.
I reach into his bag, and I grab the tape, and I apply liberally to the door in any function that could possibly work. I'm a ranger. I know how to tie a knot. I'll tie knots with this shit. I don't
Your
care.
hands come out covered in crumbs.
That's okay. It's okay.
As you guys get together, you feel a large bang on the other side of the door as all spells wear off. No friendship can contain this anymore. The anger of a baby fool you can feel the thump and thud. You see flashes and puffs of gas coming from underneath in the food trough trap door. You hear cries and screams of a tantrum being thrown. Fire shoots out of a little grate below. Everything is being thrown against the door. Derek, roll me another strength check.
All right, Dad Advantage gave me a natural miss. That's a 5.
Can I also? I'm taping the door
You're taping. So Jimbo, we removed his leg.
for the rest of his life.
So Jimbo in this fight just doesn't have a leg to stand on.
You've got part of a tape. You're starting to tape it off. You see that Derek's footing starts to slip, Bubo, and it's only you. And you see that his footing is slipping and the door's going to get pushed open. What does Bubo do to help?
Bubo goes and joins and puts us back into it.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Oh god.
How strong is Bubo?
It's got a -1. It's a 12.
Come on, Bubo.
Wait, no, it's just a 13. Yeah,
Plus one.
okay, it's just a 13.
Wait, does she still have Dad Advantage? Are we still within 1 minute?
Yes.
Oh, it's not a save. It's not a save.
Oh, it's not a save.
Yeah, it's not a save.
+2, so that's 15.
All right. You jump in, and while Bubo is not a heavy character, it is just enough for Derek to get his feet back underneath him and lash the belt. He ties it to something else against the door, maybe a wall sconce, as Zilnot finishes taping. He's really tall, so you can get that top seam, you know? And you slap the sovereign tape on the doorway in a crisscross applesauce, sort of just all over the place. Just the sounds of rip, rip, rip as you cover the doorway in sovereign tape. And it takes many minutes and a lot of screaming and yelling, but eventually the tantrum on the other side seems to quiet down. And you guys are panting in front of the doorway.
I just want to listen.
Derek finishes his beer.
Where did you put that thing down?
He's had it all along.
Dang, didn't even spill a drop, huh?
Derek,
What a dad.
I'm gonna need you to call Overture. And then I would like to call my dad, 'cause this sucked.
I kind of called both of them, laddie. I only got a few minutes to use on the thing.
You don't got
I
rollover?
think.
What kind of plan are you on?
I didn't even think about the uniform plan jokes we could be making this entire time.
Yeah, you've
I
really
got
been
you
dropping
guys.
the ball on all the Unphone jokes. Bubo was
Free
going to say
nights and
something.
weekends jokes?
No, Bubo just wanted to listen through the door to see if he could hear, like, snoozing or, like, some happy sound.
It's just crying. The temper tantrum has subsided to sobbing.
Oh. Can I roll Arcana to, I guess, maybe, or just something to see if he's completely out of spells or something like that after his tantrum's done?
Roll Arcana. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. 14 plus a 3, 17.
17. So after everything you've been through in this very brief span of time and everything you've seen the baby capable of doing, your suspicions at this point is that Thecker has gotten himself a little sorcerer baby. Something with a natural magical talent that it does not know how to control. You are alarmed at some of the spells that you saw, because some of them were quite high level, including animate objects, which is a 5th level sorcery.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah. But basically your guess is this is some sort of sorcerer, and a very powerful one at that.
Okay, but I was looking for... Wait, do sorcerers run out of spell slots?
They do.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
They have a daily allowance. Your concern being So, getting into the meta of that knowledge, if it has a 5th level slot, it did not tap into a lot of its magic. With the temper tantrum, you suspect that it's at maybe 40% power. And that's if it doesn't know how to use what in the rules would be sorcery points.
Yeah, just the poor baby's crying. I want to do something. I don't want to unleash its wrath.
Derek just walks up and puts his hand on your shoulder. It's alright, I know what to do with a moment like this. And, he just pops open the food tray slightly, and he casts Thaumaturgy. In the room, you just see the room dim on the other side. And then after a moment, he casts dancing lights, and colorful little lights just dance around the room.
Eventually, you guys start to hear quiet snoring, and it dawns on you all that this isn't even night yet of day 1 of a 3-day affair.
Oh God! I left the potions in the room!
Oh God! I, Zilnot, holding Jimmy like a baby, look down at him and go,
I think it's time you retire.
I think... I don't even know. I don't know what he said.
I look to you two and in Sylvan go, tell him I think he should retire.
Hey Tavern Goers! Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. Today's tale featured Mitchell Travis as Atheru, Jeffrey Lisk as Raysk, Ryan Santos as Number 9, and Jameson Oxford as the Dungeon Master. You can follow us and interact with us on Twitter at Torchlit Tavern, or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/torchlittavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/torchlittavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bredeagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by Jameson Oxford and Ryan Santos. Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories.
Oh, hey, I have a favorite enemy of Faye.
Oh, fuck, that would have been useful.
Would have been great.
This entire fucking time.
So, as a goof, I'm going to roll the random potions table that I've had this whole time.
There were 2 of them.
Could you give me, I need you to find a D8 and a D10, Jimbo.
Okay, yeah.
And I need you to roll twice and tell me what the numbers on those dice come out.
A D8 and a D10.
Oh, sorry, a D4 and a D10.
And roll twice.
Yes.
That is a 60 and a 2. And a 90 and a 1.
So, 6 and 2, 6. One is a potion of flying.
Oh, fuck.
The other
Not
was
immediately a
a
problem.
potion of diminution.
What is that?
The fuck
So
is
if
that?
this episode was
Tiny?
to continue, it would get really tiny and walk out the food slot for day 2.
Oh, and fly.
And fly. And then I rolled a 4 because it had another potion stashed in its diaper that we didn't get to, which was a potion of supreme healing.
Oh my god.
I know a guy that can
Doesn't
use
matter
that.
how much I heard it.
Yeah. Maybe you can talk him into a trade. We could have a whole nother episode because we've set up the evil sequel with its ability to escape.
Fuck.